Hi, this is Jonathan. How are you guys doing? In this video, I'm gonna feature an old guitar of mine. Well, not really that old. It's about like, nearly 10. This is my Ernie Ball Musicman or Musicman Ernie Ball Luke 2. I got this guitar in the year 2011, if not mistaken. And when I ordered it through a local company, Cynamex, at that time, they told me that the guitar is only made to order, meaning if an order is placed, then the guitar will be manufactured. So I had to wait a couple of months before they shipped the guitar over. And I was about to embark on the tour, and I was hoping to use this guitar on the tour, in which I did, subsequently, all the time, most of the time. And I had it swap around between this and the Fender Richie Sambora Strat that was made in Mexico. But that was fitted with the Steve Lukather EMG pickup set. The same as this. This is the same set, the same Steve Lukather EMG set. But it's built into this guitar. Of course, this is Luke 2. There is a Luke 1, which I owned previously, which sadly I do not have anymore. That came with a Freud Rose system. And it has a bridge cutaway here so that you can actually bend up like crazy. But, well, I kind of missed that. But this takes out the hassle of changing strings as opposed to the Freud Rose system, which, when you're on chain string is really a pain. But that guitar was my favorite guitar because it actually stays in tune perfectly because it's a fried roast and it plays beautifully. This guitar is the same, basically, minus the fried roast. This guitar features a roasted bird's eye maple neck. Love this neck. This is one of my favorite neck, and scalar locking system. I hope I pronounce it right. Scalar, yeah, and fret radius is 12-inch, so it's easy for like solo work and stuff like that. So it's made to Steve Lukather's specs. So I'm kind of surprised at the nut width because it's really narrow. But it's okay for an Asian end like mine. The nut is a mystery to me because I don't know what is it made of. It looks like plastic, but it's not plastic. It looks like some proprietary material that Musicman Ernie Ball came up with. So I have no idea. I have to do some more research on this. And it's a rosewood. This was back then when rosewood was allowed. Rosewood fretboard. These are medium jumbos. It also features a hardened steel tremolo bridge. Came floated, and I'm going to do a video, another video about floating tremolo system and why it works for certain people like me and why it doesn't work for certain people. This is a floating system, and the way I set it is, the usual. I have this on the third string. Like for example, if I can go, I can go up like 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 semitones up. And of course for the B string, 1 tone, 1 full tone. Anyway, this is how I set it. And it features just a volume and a tone for all 3 pickups, 5-way switch. And these are the Steve Lukather EMG set. This is the single coil SLV. This is the EMG 85. There's no split coil option here, nothing. And basically it's just a simple setup as far as pickups are concerned. Outer body with a gloss polyester finish. The neck, on the other hand, is gun oil, and their the proprietary oil, which is hand rub. And I don't know what to say again. This roasted maple, bird's eye maple neck is a joy to play. I remember receiving this guitar. I was so excited, and when I picked up and played, it just feels exactly like my first Ernie Ball look, the first model. It feels exactly the same. No difference apart from the fact that it doesn't have a fiber system. You can still find this guitar in the eBay or even in some of the secondhand outlets that if you Google around, you probably find 1 or 2 of this. And it's a great guitar to own. These were back in the days when great guitars was like easily available, and the Luke series is just one of the best. This is a candy apple red color, and I like this color because my first Luke was the same color, and I actually painted my car back then to the same color because I'm so in love with this color, and it looks good on stage. It has a 5 screw neck joint and a real thick tremolo block. Battery compartment is back here, which unfortunately is not a good design. Why? Because when you're playing this guitar and with this part, banging away at your waist or your tummy or your belt, you create noises like with the battery compartment there, and after a while you get all the all this crazy sound that's coming out, and that's bad. So I have half a heart to just shift this battery compartment to somewhere else where it stays out of the way. Apart from that, this shape, like I mentioned in the video about the Skyhawk, the G&L Skyhawk, it's very similar. It's just that the vibe, the same vibe as a Skyhawk. And no surprise because Leo Fender was involved in the earlier stages of the Musicman and Ernie Ball, Was it Ernie or Musicman? Either one of those, but Leo Fender was involved. And I guess our designs just kind of cross over. And this kind of reminds me of the Skyhawk, you know. I played countless of sessions with this in studios and home, countless of shows with this, and it stood up to the challenge. And if you've seen the case in the earlier part of this video, you know that during this part when you close the case, there's this hollow kind of shell space for you, so that you don't have to take out your tremolo arm. You can just keep your tremolo arm inside and close the case, and it'll be fine. And it's really snug. Let me tell you a story. Well, not really a story. It's something that happened when I was on tour in China. One of the custom guy actually flipped my guitar like this, you know, the whole guitar case, and he went like that, and it landed on the conveyor because he was stuck. And I was so angry anyway, you know, I confronted him and all that, but, you know, I told him, and the guitar was going down, and I told him to pick up, to get me the guitar back, and I want to check. He didn't want to, but I insisted, and he took it back up. Now, of course, I knew that the guitar wasn't affected at all. I just want to make a point that, you know, airport service has to be there, you know. And this was back in, you know, 2013. Nowadays in China, you get impeccable service in the airport stuff. Yeah, it's a whole lot of difference back in, you know, compared to back in those days. And yeah, the case is really good. You know, if you can see how beat up that case, it actually lasted all the tours that I have, and it went through a whole lot of stuff, and it survived. And the guitar is still intact. There's no damage to this guitar at all. So if you're interested in this guitar, the Ernie Musicman Luke 2 or the Luke 1, you can still find them in the internet, either on eBay or Reverb, you know. And some of the conditions that I've seen posted, it's really not bad. I mean, they're well taken care of, and this guitar are meant to last. So if you like a real good guitar, you know, this is the one to get. The only thing to note is the net width. Whether it's too small for you. After playing all the other guitars that I have, you know, sometimes I find that it's a bit crampy because I'm so used to the wider net width of the G&Ls or the Fenders, you know, even the Harley Bentons. But once you get used to it, it just feels like coming home. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, and feel free to join this channel if you want to, and subscribe to this channel, right? And press that bell if you want to be notified of any future videos that comes out. So till the next video, you guys take care. Ciao.